we decided for International Women's Day to do was to connect these Afghan women to women around the world from our summit family. Our feeling was that the isolation and the sense of being a second-class citizen for Afghan women is something that could be shared a little bit by other women. We knew that Afghan women have many more issues like that, but that by connecting and telling their stories with other women, they would begin to feel a sense of connection and solidarity.
I think just before this entire Facebook page, putting out these questions to all women from around the world, but especially the Afghan women, I had never heard really an opinion from a woman from Afghanistan, directly from Afghanistan. And, you know, just hearing their opinions, seeing that they have the same issues, not the same issues, but just magnified issues, I guess there, was really interesting to me. And I was really happy that I could take part in giving these women some sort of voice, although I don't know, yeah, just a greater voice, especially through media, which is so important, and this is why I'm here, so.
I was pleasantly surprised by all of the different countries, the women from all of the different countries that joined the page. I thought that it would be basically America and maybe people from Afghanistan, I don't know, it was just, I was really surprised that almost immediately we got such support and such great outreach from so many different places, and everyone really enjoyed what we were doing and commented, and we got great feedback, and I really got a wider insight in all of these different problems, as Ariana said.
Okay, hi. So I think for me personally, I tend to forget, about what's going on in Afghanistan, and I definitely think that this project that Ms. Stewart, introduced to us, it was definitely, like Aaron said, it was definitely more than I expected it to be. There was definitely so many different opinions from so many different people from all over the world, and I think that, that's important because living in the United States, we don't really hear that much about Afghanistan. We forget what's going on over there, and it's just, when we were doing that video thing, the Skype, I thought that was just very interesting how we could not see their faces. And, that's how we identify someone, by looking at them. And the fact that we didn't have that they didn't have that identity was definitely very, an eye-opener almost. So I definitely feel like they have so much more to go. They still have, and we're very lucky that, you're able to see us and identify us, and we still can't do that with them.
For me, watching the video now, it was really shocking how so many women from different countries share the same thoughts, opinions, and they want to fight for the same. We are so far away from each other, we don't know each other, we never talk with each other, but we want the same. We want the same rights, we want the same respect for men, we want the same respect in politics, we want the same respect at home. So it was really open eyes in that way, because I never thought people from America, from Japan, from Afghanistan think the same way as I think. So it was really, really good to see this in a different perspective.
As the sole representative of my sex up here, I was just, the editor. That's how I started out, and it was very tedious at first until I started to get to know the subjects that I got from various sources. And what Deanna said was, the surprising thing was how much they had in common. And it was fun to meet Deanna before I knew her when I got here. She was the first person we met when we got here. So that's the power of everybody sharing through the internet or sending us stuff. The other thing that I thought was interesting is how much the Afghanis value education. That was almost everybody said that. So that was kind of interesting thing for me to learn as a male, how sometimes, you know, I always think it's, well, everybody's like here, you know, they can just do what they want to do. So that's about it.
Thank you. For those that aren't here, Niha from Turkey was one of our videographers, and we so appreciated the effort that Guna and all of you put into this. And we'll record you tomorrow. Thank you so much for staying. And thank you for your time.
The thing that surprised me most was within a few days, so many countries had already joined the project, and I was really surprised that we had that kind of influence, that so many people already knew about it, and that was a pleasant surprise. And just to have all of that feedback from so many different countries, and especially from Afghanistan, it was a great insight and eye-opener for me.
What surprised me the most throughout the Afghan Girls Connect project was the Afghan girls' desire to get an education, and there's such a contrast between the desire for education in America compared to there, and I'm not speaking for everybody, but overall that's what I saw. And I just felt bad because I wanted them to have the same privileges that I do, and everybody deserves an education, a great education. So.